gang, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it?
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Washington football team. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun, Stafford. That one is caught by Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's Washington that scoops it up. After all of the turnover woes that they had last week, another turnover on the first drive of the game.
And when you dive into the analytics of football, it's real simple. If you're down in turnover margin, you're not going to win very many football games. The best teams always rank in the upper part of the league in terms of turnover margin.
And last week's number for them was 5 turnovers. And as you saw, another one there. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Following the fumble recovery, Stafford got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Hunt, the ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Over 1st and 10.
How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
It's a foot race. The 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 48 yards on the ground.
First down, Washington.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
15-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's McKissick. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
McKissick, the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown of the new season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Makes this Washington 7, Browns nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Stafford. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Now remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run with Hunt. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
6-yard line.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How
about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They're going to look to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
A gain of 4.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Complete to Stevenson.
A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Washington.
Taking it in from a yard out. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
The kick is good.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, and all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
There's a good catch by Odell Beckham Jr. And in 2019, even though it was one of the least productive seasons of his career, he was still a 1,000-yard receiver for the 5th time. Also caught the longest reception of his career as well, an 89-yard touchdown against the Jets on a Monday night. Explosive is Odell Beckham Jr.
Stafford on 3rd down. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
And it is now 21-0.
Makes this Washington 21. Browns nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
3rd down.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some.
Now with him and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up
2nd and 3.
at the 30-yard line.
Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
1st down, Washington.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
That's good for 28 yards.
1st down, Washington.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And we'll remind remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. It's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The kick is good.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Taken in the end zone. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. And this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
On the run, this is Hunt. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
In a 4th down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's complete to Smith. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
5-yard gain on the play.
The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Washington.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll come out on a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6.
Line's 50, line's 50. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin as the first half is winding down. And Washington going to add on to their lead. His first career touchdown pass, and, you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Extra point good by Hopkins, and the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
5-yard line.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Higgins brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
So the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. The final shot before the break, Stafford. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First down.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
A carry now for McKissick. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. 18 more yards there and another first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. That's caught. It's Malone. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know
for
why
them?
they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
The ball carrier.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
They bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. They'll run again with Hunt. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards, a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Here's a first down throw that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
4 yards, the pickup, first down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Hunt. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Stafford. This pass complete to Higgins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
The 16-yard line.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by Parkey is good, and that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Greg Stroman on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting into the zone and all out.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Malone. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
This is Washington 45. Browns 9.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
5-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They run again with Hunt. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Browns on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Completes it to Samuel. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, Stafford. Open man is Higgins. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. This is Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
3rd and less than a yard.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down.
Gain on the play. It's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Stafford. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about depending on which foot the official.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
They'll go again with McKissick. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Today's finals, Washington 45.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.